So over 400 applications came into our company. We had our job posting up maybe 2 days and then 2 days. So 2 days up, 2 days again. 4 days. Over 400 applications came in. I had AI analyze it. 86% around, I think it was, right about that, of those applications had a college degree. We don't require a college degree. We require somebody who's able to learn our skill set, be trained properly, and work hard, right? Every single time that I've done any hiring at Mass, like when we grew our sales floor here in office, it was shocking how many people, A, still had student loan debt, B, had degrees all the way up to MBAs. The people that we were interviewing, some people have put in hundreds and hundreds of applications. We had over 400, we hired 10. Of the 10, 3 of those were referred from employees. 400 applications, 7 got hired. Of the 400 applications, not one person did anything unique. They just submitted their application through Indeed. When I went and got hired working with my great friend and mentor, Jerry McTaggart, I never had built a resume in my life, and my consulting company wasn't going the greatest. It was up and down. So I'm like, yeah, I'll listen to my wife, and I looked for a job, and it was on monster.com back then, and it said submit a resume. I'm like, what the heck's that? So instead of a resume, I did a 45-minute video presentation based upon on their current presence in the market and what I would do with their online presence to increase conversions, penetration, organic penetration, what kind of paid ads we could do, all this kind of stuff. I got the consulting position or job. Fast forward to that, him and I partnered in a business that we scaled aggressively together. Why? Not because of my resume. So, point is, college has no value. For the absolute vast majority of all Americans, no value. And the return on it is only going to get worse and worse and worse. We have people going to school for degrees, learning no real market skill sets for jobs that don't exist and won't exist. Yet, right now, Department of War said they're 400,000 welders short over the next 9 years. Meta just launched a trade school so they can train fiber technicians and electricians. Banks are supporting foundations like Mike Rowe's foundation, MicroWorks. Mike Rowe Works, Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs. The shift is happening. 2 massive opportunities. Entrepreneurial positioning or trades. With entrepreneurial positioning is the best. Learn the trade, buy a business or build a business. There is not one part of me that believes that 98% of all people should go to college. I've been in the consumer financial industry for 14 years. We've helped over 30,000 people eliminate about $1 billion of credit card debt. To this very day, we talk to 6,000 to 8,000 people a month dealing with different kind of financial challenges. Almost all, not all, almost all of these people we talk to are riddled in unsecured debt, been on a perpetual hamster wheel, have barely anything for their future, and many in their 40s, 50s still have student loan debt. I used an example in my training yesterday. A lady has $200,000 of student loan debt, $34,000 of credit card debt, 2 auto loans, a mortgage, and $80,000 solar loan, which is one of our companies. We help people get out of these predatory solar situations with a solar system that doesn't work and an installer that's out of business. $200,000 of student loan debt. She has a degree, worthless, 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 worthless. Look inward in my company. We train people how to help people from a consumer financial perspective, analyze their finances, and show them paths and opportunities. I have people in my company making $250,000 a year with no college degree. Success is not about a piece of paper. It's about skill sets in the market and positioning yourself for more value within that market. I'm not saying degrees at times doesn't open doors for certain people and create opportunities in certain fields you need it. But at the end of the day, for the vast majority of all Americans, college is a complete scam. Read the book by the late, great Charlie Kirk, The College Scam. The statistics don't lie. And I believe the younger generation is absolutely waking up to that. We are moving into a micro-entrepreneur economy. With the onset of AI, what we are doing within my company alone with AI, blowing my mind. Things that we've developed from a technology integration perspective, from dashboards, metrics, KPI tracking, leaderboards, you name it, automation processes. A few years ago, if I would have had to pay like a software engineer to do that, I would have probably have paid already $200,000. I don't know. We're like $1,000 or $1,500 worth of AI like subscription into that. The world is changing faster than you can imagine. The paradigm is happening. The schools are not caught up. The grammar schools, K through 12, whatever. People teaching things that don't matter. Unplug from the matrix. Opportunities are everywhere. I'm driving around and all I see is opportunities for entrepreneurs. If you're not a risk taker, become an intrapreneur and fight like hell to find a position that'll pay you performance-based income. And if you got to start at the bottom in a call center, on a dialer, setting appointments, do it. That progression will bring you to control your income and create more opportunities. Get after it. Enjoy the day. Gym time pontifications.